In the vast emptiness of space, Luminexus shines, a sprawling network of space stations orbiting the radiant luminous, a tiny artificial star, its light and gravity the lifeblood of humanity. Between stations, glowing superhighways carry sleek chrome transport ships, darting like fireflies across the void. We close in on one station in particular, Mossgrave, a mid-sized station in an irregular spherical shape of steel and glass. The outer levels of Mossgrave are a picture of prosperity. Sleek white and metallic surfaces curve into futuristic architecture, every structure alive with aeroponic plant life, providing oxygen and purifying the air. Enormous panes of glass allow the light of the luminous to illuminate the interior. Grow towers rise like trees, their built-in photosynth lights bathing air plants in cool white. A fine mist drifts from water systems feeding the sprawling greenery. Massive Eden Consortium billboards loom overhead declaring, "Eden, growing life, growing hope." Others advertise photosynth brand flavored oxygen tanks, now in 5 flavors. Deeper into the station, the gloss begins to fade. Grime creeps over polish, and the air grows a bit more stale as grow towers become less frequent, some flickering in disrepair, their plants shriveled. Eden advertisements are defaced with graffiti and flyers that read, "Leave the garden, learn the truth," and "Eden is stealing the air from your lungs." We arrive at an unassuming structure, a cheerful if faded sign declaring it to be Elderlight Haven, a senior living facility. Though clean and cared for, it shows its age with worn furniture and faded paint. Edith, you are entertaining a rare visitor, your grandson, Bradwick. Bradwick, your tall and lanky, though chubby-faced, boyish grandson, is wearing a pressed white suit with silver trim to match the chrome oxygen mask he keeps adjusting on his face. He obviously doesn't need an oxygen mask, as he was raised on the deep floors and is adapted to the lower oxygen, but it's a bit of a status symbol to use one. Yeah, so I just got made team lead of the upcoming Rustbloom repo. Did you hear about Rustbloom, Grandma?
Can't say that I have.
Oh, well, that makes sense. I don't know what kind of news you get all the way down here, but Rustbloom, the older station, its orbit is degrading, so they got everybody out of there. It's been completely emptied out. And I am one of the leaders of the repo team going in to take all the plants and grow light technology and, Grandma, and the seed bank. They left the seed bank, Grandma, and I'm on the repo team bringing it back.
And
it's all going to Emerald Choke, Eden Consortium's private station. The one I moved to, the one I live in, where I live.
That's, you have a girlfriend yet?
Yeah, so this is a pretty big work assignment, actually. It's like a big deal.
Are your ears blocked by that oxygen mask of yours? Did you hear what I said?
What's this about a seed bank and the Emerald Choke?
Oh, hello. Who are you?
This is my playmate.
Who are you? It's a little young for you, Edith, isn't he?
This is my grandson. You don't see the resemblance?
I don't see anything. I adjust my glasses.
So I just wanted to let you know, Grandma, this is a pretty big work assignment. I mean, the advances in tech they made on Rustbloom, really significant. It's a shame to lose the station, but at least I'll be there to bring back all the data, the seed bank, the plants, the tech.
Anything else? A girlfriend? At the abandoned station,
perhaps?
Yeah,
those
or a boyfriend. I don't want to, or whatever.
That's the really important thing, Bradson.
That's fine.
Bradwitch. That's it.
You know, it's that smear piece that Rag published saying that we only 17% of the Eden Consortium workforce is women is just unfair. We hire more women every day. There might even be one on the repo team. So we'll just see.
Incredible.
I should get back to work. Nice seeing you. Good.
Pleasure.
Bye, Grandma.
Bye.
Bradwick adjusts his mask and sort of swoops out of the room.
Oh,
That's your grandson?
I hate him.
Me too. And you see in, I guess, Mills's cataracty eyes, a little sparkle. He was saying some interesting stuff, though, about the seed banks and plants and stuff like that. No? Not interesting to you?
Well, what am I going to do about it? What is he going to do? Bring me a plant next time? That'd be nice. But no, he just comes here, talks about himself, and then leaves. What about your grandkids? They ever come visit?
Ugh. They do. Every once in a while when she can get away. But, her name is Avery. Yeah, she's about, school age, and so she's got a lot of studying to do, so can't always get away to see her old grandma. But have you met Gloria?
Yes. Why?
Yeah. Well, she actually happened to kind of have some of this information that your grandson was just spouting about. And she made it sound like it could be maybe kind of a little bit of a lucrative situation.
Oh.
She mentioned something about you having some skills. Maybe I have a skill or two. Maisie, my old pal Maisie, she has a skill or two, Might be something that we could do something about.
Is this an opportunity to stick it to my grandson?
I think it is.
Oh boy.
We should go grab Maisie, actually.
Sure, but not Gloria. Not yet.
No, she's off on a
She's
what's it
planning
called?
something.
Like a Rumspringa visiting her children and grandchildren. Sometimes they let us
those
take these little,
Rumspringas.
field trips. Yeah, at the senior home. Yeah. Yeah.
Where do you find Maisie? Maisie, where are you right now?
Certainly in my little workshop. I think if you're walking into which doors open, Maisie's a friendly gal. I think you're walking in and you see her head inside a kind of red tinted little robotic friend. She's banging away inside the torso. And face smudged with grease and things like that. She comes up and she says, "All right, there you go, Ruby. Couple more weeks in you yet. Thank you." And Ruby is her little gardening, helping little droid guy. So she's working on that when you come in.
What do they see when they walk in? What does Maisie look like?
Maisie is a little old lady with a short curly white hair. She's got a bit of a Diane Keaton style of dress. She's got a little vest with some pockets on. She's got a little page boy hat, and she's got plants sticking out of her pockets. She's got a wrench. She's like a little train mechanic looking old bird.
And what does Maisie see as Mills and Edith walk in?
I think Mills, first of all, kind of walks with a little bit of a limp and like a stoop. She's wearing mostly leather, like like work kind of clothes, big gloves, like a sort of aprony kind of thing. Her hair is back in a bun that looks like it's probably been there for like 5 years. Like it's never coming out. Goggles on her head, just kind of like heavy and limpy.
And then Edith is very well dressed, very put together, not a speck of dust on her jacket. She has a tiny little hat that's off to the side that doesn't move. Her hair doesn't move either. It's very flat, very hairsprayed. And she wears little heels that look incredibly uncomfortable, but she does not show it. And she always has her little bag with her. So she takes very little steps. Just like that. Just
How do you even walk in those shoes? And I like slam on the side of the workshop door a few times.
You
Maisie.
come on in.
What you doing in here? Working with that contraption again?
Oh, that's right. Ruby just needs a little bit of love. She's had a long life just like her mama, so she just needs a little bit of a helping hand here and there. And you would
Her
know that
mama.
she thinks about Ruby like her own daughter.
Right. Honestly, I mean, better than whatever my daughter's got going on, so can't knock you for it.
And certainly better than some grandsons I know about. Ain't that right?
listen. He's 1. I have 9 incredible grandchildren. And I love them and adore them and shower them with praise. And then there's
This
Bradwick.
one.
And I hate him.
Hey, so Maisie, has Gloria come and talk to you at all about this little space station situation?
Yeah, her Rumspringa. She was pretty
Yeah.
excited. She did mention it to
Well,
me.
no, that's
Yeah.
separate. That's separate. Yeah. The other space station that's full of seeds and plants and some lights and stuff.
Oh, Rust Bloom. Yeah, she did tell me a thing or two.
Yeah. And I closed the door to the little workshop. So, I don't know about you birds, but if what Gloria said is true and we could get into this space station, grab all the stuff before Bradwick and the rest of the consortium, we could make a pretty penny.
I'm all the way
selling
in.
the stuff off. Yeah?
You know what?
I just want to see
I'm-
the look on his face when there's nothing in there.
Yeah. I think
I
we
want
have
that for you.
we all want that for you. But yeah, I think between the three of us, we might actually stand a fair chance of being able to pull this off. I mean, I've never met a door I couldn't get through.
It seems your team is established, and there's been some talk of perhaps information gathering, perhaps supply gathering. What sort of information and or supplies would each of you try to gather before this little field trip?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, Mills at all times has a minimum of 10 different kinds of little bombs on her, like cherry bombs, stink bombs, whatever. But we're going to need some nitroglycerin, some extra wicks, some extra lighters just in case. Maybe some dynamite. If that's available.
You can have dynamite, yeah, 100%.
Great. Yeah.
Love
So I've
it.
got a dealer
Anybody
for that.
else?
I'd love to have. I feel like I probably just have like a nice metal toolbox. It's got everything I might need. Not for computer hacking, as it were, but for adjusting physical plus my little plant kit. So I've got got a little bit of soil, got some seeds of my own. I feel like Mills and I might know each other because we have the same fertilizer guy, but for different purposes.
Yes. Yes.
So I've got I've got my little kit, some cuttings from my best personal breeds, and I'd love to have some connections with the black market too, because I think Maisie now makes her, or maybe for the last decades, Maisie's made her living on doing repairs that don't void your warranty of the
Yep.
lights. So she's
Incredible.
it's not high volume work, but it's a living. So I'm packing up my little kit, and I'm good to go. Pat Ruby on the head.
Mm-hmm. So where did you get your plants from?
I am a former employee of the Eden Consortium in my youth as a young botanist, but irreconcilable differences, as you can imagine, and have been, just cultivating here and there over enough time that, life finds a way, as they say.
Mm-hmm. Do you keep them inside, Ruby?
I do. I was actually thinking Ruby's got a little grow light heart inside her.
Oh my god, amazing.
I love that. Oh god, now I'm in love with this stupid robot. It's all for Ruby. We got to make the heist work for Ruby. Edith, any plans? Any preparations?
I think what Edith would do is try to speak with her, whatever network of people that she has, to just try to find out a little bit more about like the layout of what kind of obstacles they could potentially face. And just see what might be ahead. If anybody knows somebody knows somebody who might know some info.
Yeah, we're not going to roll for this. You can find out because it's like readily available news, although it was weirdly not that big of a story. They did evacuate. You'd think it'd be a big story because they evacuated permanently an entire space station, and there are like a dozen. But they blamed it on failing infrastructure, that it's an older model. It makes more sense to trash it and build a new one than it does to fix. So they're going to, as it fell into a more unstable orbit and started to degrade and fall toward the Luminous, they decided to just let it go. All the businesses were evacuated, all of the residents were evacuated. You assume residents took whatever they had in what they owned or rented in plants or tech, they probably took with them, but the vast majority of plants are in public spaces and are on grow towers in like the big open spaces because that's the best way to make sure oxygen like flows through the entire like level. So those would have been left, and it's up to Eden Consortium to send a repo team to reclaim them. You also find out Rustbloom housed one of the older Eden Consortium labs, one of their sort of tech development centers. This lab had fallen into some disuse, but your grandson is making it sound like there were some significant discoveries there. So, who could say? Sounds like you have a plan. Sounds like you've had some preparations. Day of the heist. You need to get from your station, Mossgrave, to Rustbloom Station. There are sort of glowing superhighways that run between each of the stations. But you don't. None of you own a vehicle.
I sure didn't
How
think
are
about that.
you getting from Mossgrave to Rustbloom?
Does Elderlight have like residential
shuttle?
like yeah, do they have vehicles that belong like to the organization, or like how would I get somewhere if I needed to get somewhere?
Buses.
That's a good point. They would have like the equivalent of a passenger van for like taking all your appointments and stuff. So
Yeah.
did
Maybe
you
we should try to
borrow the
rustle
van?
one of those up.
They took away my driving license, so it never stopped me before, but I just thought I'd let you ladies know.
I think
Sounds like you're going to be our getaway driver.
You walk up to the window of the front office where
Mhm.
Lex Greaves, today's staff member, is
Lex
present.
Greaves.
They have a very bright sort of emerald green mohawk, sort of swoop,
Yeah.
floppy mohawk.
Yes.
Few face piercings, and they are a doll. They are the sweetest staff member you've ever had.
Yeah.
Well, hi, Miss Mills. What can I do for you today? Did you need a little more of that laxative? Is that what you were after?
Lex, I asked you not to mention that, please.
I'm so sorry. You know what you did, and I shouldn't have assumed. How can I help you today?
I've been passing things just fine. Thank you. Thank you for asking.
That's good to know. And they make a note in your chart.
No, actually, I was hoping to get the van for a little visit for a friend, to go visit a friend's grandson.
Well, sure. When would you like this visit to be? I have to check our schedule and see when I can pencil in a driver for you.
How's now? And I slip the bomb in.
And the bomb just goes off? Are you setting up the bomb, or is this like a threat?
It's like a little twist thing. No. I'm setting it off. It's got a little like a pin, right? So I've had the pin pulled, but like the little hole where yeah,
sure,
and
whatever.
I just kind of slip it in, yeah, and like pull my scarf, like my handkerchief over my face, and like reach in and grab the keys. Is what I would like to do. So I have bombs too. Okay, that it's a 6 total.
6 total.
Is that a
I
success?
should roll. It's a success.
Yes.
I rolled a 4. So, Lex
I reach in and grab the
just
keys.
Slumps.
Yeah. I like kind of pet their hair, like brush it out of their face a little bit. I guess this is suspicious.
Yeah.
But I didn't think about that.
They could just be having a nap at their desk. They've never done that before, but
Yeah, I sure didn't think about that. Mills is not the brains of the operation, apparently. Cool. And she just takes the keys and goes.
great. Love it. I'm
We're
obsessed
clear,
with it.
ladies.
Perfect.
No problem.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go. Here you go,
Off
Maisie.
you go.
Drive us away.
Okay. I want to drive this car.
Great.
And also
It looks
know
like
where
if
I'm
a
going.
minivan was a spaceship.
Amazing.
Yes. Great.
Okay.
It's these superhighways. The way they work is all you have to do is guide, and you would have to take various elevators and travel to sort of the docking bay of your. There are a few docking bays around each station, but the nearest docking bay is where they would keep their vehicle. All you have to do is sort of guide it onto the correct superhighway, and you will be sort of slingshotted to the correct station. So, no problem at all, because you basically don't have to do anything.
Is there any way, though, before we go, that I could be like, Maisie, can you maybe mess with like the computer on board, or like the license plate somehow, which I'm sure is digital and so could maybe be altered before we get on the highway? So if there are these like checkpoints or whatever, like I imagine that there are, that we don't necessarily get tracked right away, because I did a bad job of covering our tracks.
Yeah, can I use my machines too to just try to like take us off Wi-Fi? basically.
Yep.
Put us on airplane mode.
Sure can.
Okay. 7.
Ooh.
You beat it.
Hey.
I rolled 5. So,
everybody all I was gonna say plugged in. Everybody all seatbelted up back there?
Unplugged. And I've
No.
never worn a seatbelt in my life.
so fair. Okay.
Reach under the steering wheel, click off the Wi-Fi connection. And
Amazing.
It's like a spark of a couple wires.
Yeah.
So Lex was just cool with this, eh? She was all right.
She's just taking a little nap.
Oh.
Let's go.
Oh, bless her. All right.
You gals are okay.
So, your minivan spaceship is thrown with a sheen of iridescent rainbow light in a matter of a couple of minutes, straight toward Rustbloom Station. It's one of the inner orbits of the stations. It's a little closer to the Luminous. It's a little older. It's one of the first stations that was built. And it looks strangely dark. You don't see any activity as you arrive. You will have to manually guide the station to one of the docking bays. Although it now occurs to you, the docking bays have probably been shut down. You're going to have to find a creative way to sort of get a signal to a docking bay to get it to do its thing, accept the ship, connect, create an air seal so you can board the station.
It's occurred to me that the docking base might be turned off.
Huh. And that's a problem?
That's not how they used to work in my day. You just pull up and it would come out. You didn't have to connect or anything. It would just
Could we just like drive into the side of the station and get out the front of the car?
Can I just
No.
just try to navigate us up to where the docking bay would open and see if there's any is there a little panel? Is there a manual setting? What's available there in the event of a power outage?
Yeah, you can definitely pull up to one of the ports and manually guide your ship right onto it. Roll for manual.
Okay, cool.
Unless you want to use machines. I will say roll for machines. Okay, and I'm going to call this, I'm going to roll 2 dice for this because I think it's a little trickier. Uh-oh.
Oof. 3.
Ooh, you didn't beat an 8. So I'd say you're just sort of bumping the ship against the port, trying to get it to connect. And it's not. It's not doing it.
That don't fit.
Yeah.
Could I've been messing around with the idea of an EMP, which is a tech bomb. Maisie, do you think you could make this be the opposite of an EMP, where it turns stuff on instead of off?
Maybe.
That seems like technology that's possible. It's like a pulse out instead of a just be like, we're here.
You go bomber. I tried
All right.
I did the last one, so I'll be
all right. I mean, I tinker here and there.
That's right.
I'm pretty into something I forgot to describe. As she pushes up her sleeves to work a little bit, you see that one whole arm is covered in wristwatches. That will potentially come into play later. Anyway.
Will it?
You will find out. So what? I'm rolling bombs.
Yeah.
9.
I rolled 2 1s, so you did it. you create a reverse EMP. We're gonna call it the luminous bomb.
Yeah, a luminous bomb.
And it pulses out an electrical signal that is the correct frequency. Does electricity have a frequency? I don't know.
That sounds right
It
to
does.
me.
To trigger her nearby electronics to power up.
Yeah.
So your
We should do
space
crazier stuff.
ship is butted up against the side of this dock. No seal has yet been created, but there are methods through which you can sort of release this bomb out an airlock into the dock, trigger it remotely, and it will power up the nearby electronics, and it sort of just kicks into manual mode and docks. It automatically, it senses your ship, it just locks on.
Little alfalfa
Wow.
grows out of it as it goes off.
Right.
Cute.
You hear a very soothing AI style voice go, "Welcome to Rustbloom."
Ooh.
Thank you.
I always hated whoever they hired for that.
You know her?
I heard that was Gloria.
It
I don't know if
was.
that's true, but she did tell me that she was at least one of the inspirations.
I thought it was a computer this whole time.
She's just
No,
you know,
this is
she's a-
actually the one place where they don't cut costs. They actually hired a voice actor.
That's right. She just kind of strange. They asked her to do it as if
Right.
she were an AI, but
Yeah.
that's our Gloria. Hope
Yeah.
she's out there enjoying her room springing.
Yeah. I'm sure she's having a ball.
I'm in the dock, parking brake up.
As you do.
Mm-hmm.
So you walk onto this station, and I don't know what you were expecting a derelict older station with a degrading orbit to look like, but it looks really nice. Like everything seems to be in working order if powered down. You're breathing easily as if there's plenty of oxygen.
We didn't even think about that.
I was wondering if it's going to come up, but I will, we'll say because you're all from the lower levels, frankly, you just don't worry that much. Your lung capacity is enormous, and you can deal with lower oxygen. Despite being the age you are. So
86.
you walk onto this station, it is that same sort of sweeping, natural curved architecture, but of a little bit of a bygone era that you vaguely remember, but it's really been in the last few decades that Eden Consortium has rebranded a bit and gone for this very white chrome glass shiny look. This feels a little more organic. There's a little bit more variance in color. Also, interestingly, as you walk sort of through the sort of public areas of this station, these sort of big open atriums with lots of corridors going different ways, lots of walkways above, you do see grow towers, as you expected, and there are plants. A little more variety in the plants. The plants these days all look exactly the same. They're all the same. Are you familiar with air plants in like real life?
Yeah.
It's all that these days. All identical, all in a perfect spiral around, very densely around these grow towers, hanging off of people's homes to sort of display their own wealth. These, there's a little more like biodiversity here. Still a lot of air plants. It's still aeroponics, but you're like, I haven't seen that sort of purple variety since I was a little girl, So it gives you a little taste of nostalgia in this almost haunted feeling, very still, very quiet station. What do you do? Where do you go?
So, I mean, why is this gonna fall into the luminous again? Because could we just live here?
Isn't it gravity?
This seems great. Gravity? I don't know. Can we just like pull it the other way?
Oh yeah, hook it up trailer style.
Yeah. No, okay. I don't know.
I think
Just
this
a
one's out
thought.
of our
Just
hands.
a passing thought.
Should we take a little sweep of the place? How big is it?
Yeah.
Stations are big. This
like
is a
city.
little bit smaller because the population of Luminexus was less when this was built.
Right.
It's like it's like a smaller city. I'd say at one point it held something like 100,000 people.
Oh shit.
Okay, so we're not taking a little.
Are several 100,000.
Oh.
But this is a smaller one.
Oh.
It's
The
a city.
scale is incomprehensible to me.
That's
Yeah,
what we
they
usually think.
evacuated a city and it barely made the news.
Okay, so we have to be strategic about where we're going to look.
Sure.
Maisie, would you have any idea where Eden Consortium might hole up? Because we should hit the lab and the seed banks first, right? They'd probably be closer to the outer places, at the outer levels, right? So that they could get natural, light.
Go ahead.
No, or it's a conspiracy and they do all their work right in the center where nobody would think to look, and they're wasting all the energy on those grow lamps. I don't know. I don't know what the consortium does.
It's been a long time since I worked for them, so
Yeah.
But can I like roll for sense of direction, roll for navigation or something? Where does it make
Yeah,
roll for
navigation,
sense
yeah.
to go? Okay,
Yeah.
5.
Ooh.
I rolled a 6.
Dang.
But, so,
Rude.
all this really means is you're going to have to wander a little bit. But I will
Yeah.
say, there's a
Take an
directory.
XP.
There's, I will, for a 5, I'll say you find the directory, but not necessarily where you're looking for it.
Right.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
And I can
Options
use
on the directory.
Can I use an
I'll
XP
say-
just before we go?
Oh, yes.
I use an XP. Can I make that 5 or 6 to have like whatever
can.
one do?
Yeah.
You now have navigation 2.
Nice.
Yeah. Sick.
Thank you.
Yes. So, you don't yet know where you're going, but you do find something that might tell you some options. You find a directory for the station. Looks a lot like one of those mall directories we have
Yeah,
now.
I'm just standing in front of it.
And you find, oh my god, what are the bad guys called? Eden Consortium has their own
Spoilers.
on this station, which you had no idea. Maybe it's just because it's not, you don't run in those circles, or maybe it's they stopped talking about it. But they basically have a wing of this station that is theirs, and it actually goes all the way from it's like a pie slice, and it goes all the way from the outer levels to the core.
So should we go to the Eden Wing then? Start out there?
Probably. Are there like some AI like tour guides or something that Edith could bully into taking us around or something? Or I could, but
I would
Yeah.
love to speak that into existence if one of you would like to try to make that happen.
Oh, I pressed the little person button that's shaped like a person on the directory.
speak to a person.
You press the help, the call for help button that looks like a person, and it pops up this AI face. It says, "Hello, how can I be of assistance?"
One Eden Wing, please. Would you take us there?
It sounded like you wanted to find Wild Wings. It is to your left.
No. Eden Wing. Please.
Eden Consortium has not yet developed flying technology.
Where to find Eden Consortium, please?
The Eden Consortium wing is located At Port B, please follow the illuminated path. And as the floor illuminates, in pulses from you off down a corridor, you also hear some distance behind you, back toward the ship ports, that same voice saying, "Welcome to Rustbloom." No one has seen you yet. You don't know who just arrived. You don't know if they've seen your ship. You have a couple of moments to decide, are you running, are you hiding, are you confronting, what's the plan?
I think we should hide. I think we should
I
hide.
think we should.
We cannot outrun these young
and
nuns.
hide. No, true. Can we bust the map?
Ooh.
Can you just hit the map, Edith? With your bag? A bomb seems like overkill here.
It seems like it would draw attention. Can I just try? Let me know if this is too crazy. Can I just try to like take hands on either side of the directory and just kind of like get it off of its whatever it's on? Like just kind of tip it.
You want to take it with you?
No, not necessarily. Just kind of tip it over.
Oh, sure. Roll for, what are your skills?
Violence and demoralizing.
Roll for violence.
Okay, great.
Can I try to like catch it so it doesn't crash to the floor?
Oh, it's like I got 5 total.
Oh, I forgot to roll. I rolled a 2. You're cool. This is an easy task. Yeah, it's falling. Mills, do you want to do anything about that?
Yeah, I want to try to like slide my gloved everything underneath the edge so that it doesn't crash, so it doesn't make a huge sound.
Yeah, roll for cushion.
Great. 6. Oh, 6!
Hey,
I have cushion too.
You now have cushion too. We can you also beat it, but you could call it what do you want? Do you want cushion or do you want
I want it
catch.
noise. Oh, catch. I want catch.
Muffle? Do you want muffle?
Yeah, I want muffle. That's what I want.
I'll give you muffle. You have muffle too.
nice.
Yeah. Great. Now,
Okay.
hide. Now we can't hide behind this.
It wasn't big enough for the 3 of us.
There's a bit of a spark and a hiss as some very important wires detach at the base of this sort of tower, and it is gently lowered to the floor by Mills.
No, I just like put my boots and my fingers like under the edge, literally on the floor to catch it, and then just kind of pull everything out. My hands have no
Cool.
feeling in them anymore.
That's
from
gonna be
building
useful.
bombs.
Let's go. Let's go.
The various acids have just burned away all the flesh on your hands.
Gotcha.
It's all calluses.
Yeah, exactly. Chef hands.
Should we go hide in the Wild Wings?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, it
I
said it
haven't
was
seen
just
one
to
of
the
these
right.
in 65 years. Yeah, let's go.
We could try to hide behind the whatever's available in the Wild Wings. Can I roll
Yeah,
to
let's go in there.
approach?
Yeah, can we
Or I
roll
guess
to
just
hide?
Just hide.
I would like each of you to roll to hide. So that's going to be a roll anything, I think, for all of you, unless you want to make a creative argument for any of your existing skills.
No.
I'll just be on my tippy toes so you can't hear my heels.
I got a 5.
I got a
Oh!
6.
I got a 6 too.
Yes.
That's good because I rolled a
Amazing.
5. So
I'm gonna.
you all.
What
Beats it,
happens
beats it.
if I have a 5? Yeah. Meets it, beats it.
Oh, I don't know. if
In
that's
this
the-
game, a tie means you succeed and fail, so you get what you want, but at a price.
Great. I'm also gonna spend an
going
XP to
to-
make it a 6. Just for the
Okay,
record.
you
So
all
I
have
hide
hide 2.
Woohoo.
Incredible.
Or we could call it stealth 2, whatever you want to call it that you think will be more utilitarian.
I'll take stealth too.
So, Mills, what do you drop and thereby lose as you are hurrying to hide?
Shit. What do I drop? Ooh. I think the things that would be the least secure would be the dynamite. I think she had 2 sticks of dynamite.
Just some loose dynamite.
Yeah, because the other, like the gas would be super precious. The
Yep.
lighters and stuff like that would be super precious. Her bombs obviously are attached. Yeah, so the dynamite sticks.
You drop a stick of dynamite as we're hurrying. And it just lays there in the hall, and you hope you see it. Once you're hidden, it is way too late. You hear people coming. You hope they don't notice or assume it came from something else.
Yep.
And you do hear voices. You hear maybe a dozen pairs of feet, a couple of voices. Yeah, so Alpha Team, you're gonna go to Wing B, and the rest of you follow me. We are going to the Eden Consortium Bay. And turning around the corner, you see half a dozen people peel off and head to another part of the station, and another half dozen, led by Bradwick, Edith's grandson, coming this way.
I nudged Edith. Our way?
They
Coming towards
will
us?
pass directly by the
I see.
Stag Wild Wings.
Should we? No, we shouldn't say anything. No.
I will say you are hidden.
We should.
Right.
They will not see you from the corridor.
Right. Should
Once
we
they
try
pass
to
by, we
raid?
should-
Yeah, but should we also like raid the S-dubs while we're here? Get some hot sauces.
Or what?
A hot sauce.
I'm sure you could make it.
Oh, for what?
Out of that.
Yeah. I'm just gonna run to the kitchen and grab like the ghost pepper, a couple of bottles of ghost pepper.
Wait till they're gone, though.
I know. I'm trying.
Oh, sure.
Like-
Right. When
So
they
the two of you
pass,
pull Mills back down under a table, and you hear
Right.
this half dozen people pass. There is a pause and a... Who dropped dynamite? Why do you even have this? And then, they're gone. They keep going, unfortunately, in the direction you were headed.
Do we
Not
hear any
seeming to notice an
femme?
Luminexus path on the floor.
Do we hear any femme voices? Have they made good on having at least one woman in the group?
You don't hear much talking right now. Do you want to try to peek?
No.
I want to peek.
Okay, do it.
I for sure want to peek. All right.
Yeah.
Is this a? What is this?
Peek. A spy.
I like spy. Roll for spy.
Surveillance. Surveillance.
Oh, I got a 2.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. They're all dressed exactly the same.
Okay.
So, and you're seeing
Take an
from
XP.
under a table. Yep, take an XP. Thank you, Dora. And from the back, it's just too hard to tell. I love the attempt, though. I really respect it.
We'll get him.
So,
Really makes you feel like you're part of history.
What?
now
being a
what?
woman?
Seeing the good folks at Eden get that gender diversity they've been so after.
Right. Well, I'm gonna go get some ghost pepper sauce.
Go for it. That's fine.
Yeah. I grab a couple of bottles and slide them into where the dynamite was. And
okay.
meet back up.
So, the Eden Consortium reboot team is on the scene. They've split into 2 teams. One has gone off who knows where, and the other is in this section of the station. How do you proceed?
How many people are they in this section?
In this section, probably half a dozen.
I feel like probably going the wrong way. So should we follow the other people?
Well, the light is still up from our little friend, right? They were following the same direction as the light that was on the ground.
They were headed the same way, so you can either trail them and hope you're not spotted, or you can find another way there. You can do something else I haven't thought of.
Can I use navigation too to just try to find an alternate route?
Sure can.
Hmm?
6 total.
Ooh.
You beat 5.
Hey!
So, I'm gonna say space stations are laid out in a pretty logical way. And it is not that hard for you to intuit an alternate route to get to the same big chunk of the station.
Mhm.
The repo team seems to be approaching from the way you were directed, which would be like the main entrance of the Eden Consortium wing.
Mhm.
You can find a side entrance. You will have to go deeper into the station rather than starting in this outer layer. Do you do so?
Yeah.
I reckon we can take the back alley route.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great if we could
Lead
get the
the
jump
way.
on them and either try to kind of maybe pick a couple off and put them to sleep. We do the left. Or
Oh, I'll put him to sleep. I mean, yeah, I'm not a murderer.
hey, it's her grandson. I mean,
That's true.
Leave him to me.
All right.
You travel, I assume, deeper into the station, take a
Mhm.
couple of lifts, walk down some what were once probably a little bit sketchy corridors.
Oh, what we should do is we should knock some of them out and steal their uniforms. And then we could
I
just
wish we
walk
could-
around. If
I
you
wish
wish
we had
what?
driven our car in. This is a full city.
Yeah.
We should have driven right to it.
Yeah, we should have. This is a lot of walking for 3 old ladies.
Would you
Quiz.
like to roll for wheels? You
Yeah,
could-
are there like
are-
mopeds?
there are like mopeds. There aren't like full car-sized transport
Yeah,
in
yeah.
stations. But there are a lot of,
Motorcycles?
like, there's small
Grannies
individual
on wheels?
vehicles. There are like almost like a golf cart situation.
Oh, beautiful. I would
Oh,
love to
that.
roll.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
for
let's
sure.
roll for golf.
Yeah.
Small
Yeah.
motorized. Small engine repair.
A lot of those
Mm-hmm.
like moving walkways that you see in airports.
Oh,
Yeah, somebody
All about
somebody
those.
roll for wheels.
5.
Yeah.
You beat a 3.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. Everything was just kind of left. What would you like? What would you like
I
to
would
find?
love a golf cart.
Great. You find a golf cart. Poke around for some keys. They are up above in the the sunlight, where you'd expect them to be.
Cool. Okay. Suddenly, then we're racing.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on the back so we can see behind.
Just this little.
Yeah.
We have a little
Incredible.
montage of this perfectly still, silent station, and then just 3 little
I
grannies.
love it. Yeah. Yeah.
Elevator music playing in the background.
Hmm.
Cool. Golf carts also do have space for some
Luggage.
amount of luggage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure do.
Luggage.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it is, because you found an alternate route, it is not that difficult to arrive in the Eden Consortium wing of Rustbloom.
Mm-hmm.
You do run into a locked door that says exit only.
Mm-hmm.
Plans? Intentions?
My time to shine, perhaps.
I do remember someone bragging about never meeting a door
Yeah.
they couldn't open.
I mean, I got a bomb for that.
Gonna
Are
get
we
you a
okay with a
t-shirt.
little bit of noise? Yeah, I got a bomb for that.
Sure, I mean, it'd be noisy my way too, so.
Yeah.
Violence.
Great. I pull out a little guy This is a really small bomb. It's meant literally to open doors. So the attachment doesn't attach to the door. It like has 4 little prongs that slide in between the doors so that it like detonates in the actual like lock itself. So I would put it like where I know the click would go. Yeah, dude. I didn't even think about it. Yeah. So I do that. Roll for bombs.
Great. Roll for bomb.
Yeah. Oh, 5.
5 total? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say just open a door. Kind of big thing. It's not that hard. Oh, I rolled real low. So you guys are having really good luck, and I can't wait to see how this turns on you later.
Yeah.
So
Great.
there's a
And it's just a little. Yeah.
and the door just pops open
Uh-huh.
a little bit, and it's
Yeah.
I mean it's clearly unlocked.
Yeah.
That wasn't noisy. That was great.
Thanks. I forgot how good I am. Sometimes I surprise myself.
Edith,
All right,
that was so positive.
All right, don't get your hopes up.
Okay, you can't hide it from us. I know you're nice in there sometimes. I'm putting it in parking brake.
Oh, it should be wide enough to drive through, no? If I just
Do you want to
wedge-
drive your golf cart through the fire exit of this lab?
Oh, it's right into a lab? I
As
thought we
you
were just
open
getting into the
door,
wing.
It
So what
seems
do we
to
see?
be a corridor. As you open the door, you see a corridor, surprisingly dimly lit, but with quite a few doors off of it, and seems to lead out into a really sprawling, almost office-like atmosphere. Should you peek through any of these various doors, you see quite a number of labs, quite a number of petri dishes and microscopes and large containment units and small little biodomes where they're studying various things.
yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
this is where it all happens.
Ladies,
You also
we hit the jackpot.
there's tech everywhere. There are plants everywhere. It's just stuff that people would literally kill for on the black market,
Mm-hmm.
just sprawled all over tables.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little bit crass, but you can't help but admire it sometimes. I'm looking at all.
All right,
Mhm.
but we're here for the. Let's focus though. We can't take all of it. We need the good
Oh.
stuff.
Mills is literally filling, I think she has like a messenger bag, like filling it with anything small and grabbable.
Sure, what do
Any
you
of the
want? Do you
tech.
want plants? Do you want tech? Do you want
No, I want the tech.
data? Do you want information? Okay,
Yeah,
so
is there just like thumb drives around? Yeah, for sure.
sure. Yeah, we're gonna go with thumb drives.
Yeah, that part hasn't changed.
Yeah.
There did seem to be some studies in progress, if anyone is curious.
Yes, I
What
would
sort of research
see
was
those.
being done here? I'm gonna say, Maisie, roll for science literacy.
Academics. Yeah.
Cool.
Roll for jargon.
3. Times have changed.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay. You're having a hard time getting past just the like desktop setup. Just like you don't understand where things are stored or how to open them.
Keep right
So-
clicking.
Yeah.
I don't want to break the desk.
Or like you
Rotate
click
it.
and drag and it like selects but doesn't click on anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, for free, you know, the plants being studied on this one workstation are weird. It's not the sort of air plant style leafy, rootless situation that you're used to seeing. There's like a deep red lichen in various petri dishes. There's some being grown in a very small biodome under various lights to see what happens to it. There's one where they seem to be, your best guess is trying to kill it with different types of light. There's one
Oh,
It's completely overgrown in the inside of the dome. And I'm going to give you this one for free, because your eye line goes up a bit and you see the open door of the lab you all kind of randomly stumbled into. There is a label on it. It says chemosynthetics.
Chemosynthetics. That's chemicals? Or made chemicals?
Chemosynthetics, I'm just going to give you this
Should we
one.
roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, somebody...
That was in character. I don't know that Mills would know what that is.
I would say,
Also-
actually, Maisie, because you're our plant person, I would say roll for plants.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah.
That is plants 2.
Yeah.
10.
Wow, that's plenty. Chemosynthetics is opposed to plants that process sunlight and turn it into food and energy, and then their respiration takes in carbon dioxide and puts out oxygen. Chemosynthetic suggests a plant that eats chemicals of some variety that does not need sunlight, but and these theoretically exist. You heard there were some on Earth, but to your knowledge, none made it to space, and none have been recorded on any station. And yet here's a lab dedicated to it, and a weird red lichen you've never seen before being really intensely studied.
Okay, I'm gathering samples, and I'll even clear space of the random ones I found that were just pretty before to take some samples here. Ladies, I think they might be growing something here that's a little hard to control. I think this could be a bit of a game changer. There might be something going on here. These plants eat something that's not the sun.
Not
Or the
people,
light?
though. Right? Not people. They don't eat people.
Man, imagine if I suddenly turned this into a horror one shot.
Yeah. Yeah. As I'm unplugging the different kinds of lamps that they were using to take them. What do they eat?
They eat some sort of chemical, but this wouldn't be your standard chlorophyll, man. Real life Mack.
Yeah, why is it red?
Even the basics of how to describe how plants develop, but photosynthesis and all that. There was no gap in game. So this,
yeah, we all know that.
I've never seen anything like it. I heard that back, way back on Earth, there were, plants like this that could go by something else, but certainly not in my time at Eden. But this you can see, this could be pretty. Maybe they didn't like what they created here.
Edith, what are you
Red's a good
doing
color.
while all this is going on?
I would really like to monitor to make sure we haven't set off any kind of alarm. I wanted to see if there's any kind of panel on the door or something that's kind of where my radar is while they're on the main rummaging through the plants. I'm trying to figure out if we've alerted something.
As you sort of monitor your surroundings while these two try to do science, you hear something. You hear, still at a distance, in a different part of the wing probably, but the place isn't that big, and when it's this quiet, sound carries, and you hear some very muffled movement, you hear some muffled voices, and the voice of one particular voice that seems to be coming nearer.
Yes, I would love to know what that voice is saying.
Roll for spy.
Yeah. You toss a little plant out of a cup that it was growing in and put the cup to the door.
Telling us to shush.
But I got a 4.
Cool. Do you also... You have stealth too, don't you?
I do.
Want to try to use stealth too?
Sure, if I can kind of like open the door like the tiniest bit so I get like a little bit.
Yeah,
A
I'd say
little bit
you have to do a little bit of sneaking to get in a place where you can really hear.
Okay,
this
okay.
thing.
Okay, let me try mine still. Ooh, okay. So I got 8 total.
Nice.
That's plenty. You hear? Yeah, so I'm gonna need all of these plants out of here because once we fumigate this station, nothing will be left alive. So, snap, snap. Pack faster. We don't leave any important assets behind. And then in a slightly lower voice, as if he's talking to one person in particular, and I'd say, you're able to just peek down a hallway, and here's Bradwick, sort of leaning against a wall over someone. Slightly shorter, a little more slight build, in a way that almost suggests they might have hired a woman. And he's like, you want to know what we're really doing here? You know what they found here. It's some weird, like, I don't know, like a moss or something, like some weird plant that eats radiation. It like absorbs radiation and just pumps out oxygen, like a stupid amount of oxygen. And it's going to make us millionaires. I mean, us, every employee, not just the big guys, which I will be soon. But here's what I want you to know. They didn't make it. They found it. It's just on this station in like the core. Like around the core, this algae just showed up and they can't get rid of it. They've tried to kill it, but it's way too integrated into the station. They can't find it all. So they faked a failure they faked a systems failure, a mechanical failure, evacuated everyone. They're going to fumigate the whole thing. That's why we're here. Fumigate the whole thing, miraculously save the station, claim it as Eden Consortium property under repo laws, as like scavenged material, turn it into the next Eden Consortium station. And, you stick with me, I can get you into the top floor. They know me up there. That's how I got this assignment. I picked you. I think you've got something, kid. So, Edith, that's about all you can take.
Out of nowhere, for no apparent reason, Mills throws up in her mouth a little bit.
Stay with me, okay? Chemicals. These plants. Oxygen could be huge.
Just take them. I don't care.
All right, I close the door very
don't.
gently. Ladies, you were right, Maisie. This is quite a big deal, and they're gonna oh, damn it all. They're gonna try and claim it for themselves, those bastards.
Bastards.
Who'd you hear?
Here's the plan. We gotta take them down, and it's all gonna be fine.
Oh.
No notes.
Great plan. Yeah.
I relay to you two
How?
everything about this.
Less of a plan, more of a wish list.
Yeah.
Roll for success.
Yeah.
Easy.
Roll for you win?
Yeah. Okay. So it sounded like they were kind of split up. What if we lure a couple of them in here, then take them out? Take their uniforms. Just more to embarrass them than anything else.
I don't think we're fooling anybody.
What do you mean? I limped over to you.
4 foot nothing.
Yeah.
Can I try to do like the voice of a much younger version of myself? And I want to say like, "Oh, Bradwick, can you come give me a hand, please?"
Roll for... What do you want to call this?
I don't know, impression or impersonation.
Roll for voice actor.
Yeah.
Oh god, please. 4.
You're forgetting I roll. Ooh. Okay, well you do it. You do yell. Whatever you yell. Go ahead, do it.
In the just through whatever, like turn my head through what you were listening, where it was just the two of them. Just say, "Oh, Bradwick, can you come give me? Can you come give me a hand, please?" Can't quite do the smooth.
Bradwick and
I hand you a
Forewoman, he was
lozenge.
still somehow looming over all these minutes later. He looks up confused because he thought he was talking to the only woman on the station. And he has now heard a mysterious voice he doesn't recognize calling his name. Hello? Hello? Report! Who is it? And he starts walking towards the room the rest of the
Why don't you come and find out? I'm looking at you guys like
He looks deeply uncomfortable and is just like inching forward. He sort of gathers himself and swoops into the room.
Oh,
No one's supposed to be on this station. Grandma?
I want to whack him in the head.
Oh my god!
I was ready by the door, bag in hand.
As soon as he walks in, also I close the door behind him.
Okay, I got 7 total.
Ooh.
I got 8 total.
No!
So, you do crack him one, and he drops to a knee, but he is not unconscious. Oh!
Is he still wearing? Is he wearing a mask?
Actually no.
You got what you need?
yeah, I've got a lot of samples.
Great. I pull a pin on a bomb and I give it to Bradwick and I say, hold that. And it's not a bomb. It's what kind of bomb is it?
I thought it was the dynamite. I was like, okay.
No.
I'm not mad about it. It was just unexpected.
I mean, yeah. I look at Edith and I go, do you want him to live? Right, as I'm like selecting bomb. And this bomb, if you'll allow it, I would like to be a radiation bomb. So it doesn't actually detonate anything, but since we're kind of more used to higher levels of radiation, lower levels of oxygen, I want it to just blast out some radiation. Maybe it's gonna make the lichen like explode and grow everywhere. Cool. But like, so it would like age or like burn Bradwick a little bit. And whoever's like
That's
within
really
a radius,
cool.
I'm like, ladies, let's get out of here.
That's really cool. Roll for bombs to see how well this works.
Great.
It's a
6.
weird one, so I'm rolling 2d6.
6 total.
6. So it works, but it costs you something.
That rocks.
Okay.
I'm gonna toss the ball to you. What does it cost you? What is the negative effect of getting what you want?
Yeah. I think with a bomb like this, there's not really a way to like keep it on a timer. So I'm like kind of waiting for Edith and Maisie to get out of range. So it's like, and this is part of the reason why like Mills wears these gloves and stuff like that. She like, as she's holding it, like her, you can't really see it, but her arm and stuff is like burning as well, just like Bradwick is gonna be in a second. And like, just, I don't know if there's any way to mechanically do this, but like she's getting like
There's.
more fucked up, like
I'm gonna say
like physically.
you get a pretty big lungful of this radiation as you're backing away. You do handle it a lot better than Bradwick or this young woman, but for the rest of this game, you will take a -1 modifier and any physical task.
Hell yeah. Great. Love that. And you can see as she's like getting in the golf cart, she's like kind of cradling the arm that was holding the pin.
So we're trying to skedaddle to the golf cart, and
Yeah.
unless impeded, I will start driving us.
Great.
I will say you can get away, but people know where you are. This is no longer stealth; it's a race.
Mm.
Okay. Do I know where the core is, or the best way? Should I roll for the core?
Roll for navigation.
Okay, I do have.
Are you the one with
too.
navigation?
That's
Mhm.
right. Ooh, very poor. 3.
1.
Hey.
As I said, finding your way in a space station just isn't that hard. You are racing toward the core.
It's in second gear.
You,
Second of 2.
as you peel out on this golf cart, you do hear like shouts and movement falling away behind you, but people know you're here and can guess the direction you're headed now that they know to like look and ask certain computer systems. But you do descend into these sort of deeper levels of this derelict station, and you are surprised as you drive how quickly biological life has started to reclaim this station. As you sort of exit the more residential and business focused levels and go deeper to the more mechanical, the more operational, work focused levels, the air starts to turn almost thick and damp. It has this almost metallic, earthy tang, which you've maybe never really experienced before. You
How did people
don't
breathe?
often smell decaying matter. It's not something you're exposed to very often. The walls and floors start to almost glow faintly with that same chemosynthetic algae, which is sort of snaking up walls coming from the core. It's incredible how much growth has occurred. It's sprawling like these rust-red veins across what were once very polished surfaces. The architecture almost feels warped and alien. There are broken cables dangling like vines. Massive grow towers rise like forgotten monoliths, overtaken by plants left to grow wild. Water drips from fractured pipes. Faint hisses echo through the cavernous space. And as you sort of emerge into the core of this station, it creates this almost unsettling sense of being deep underground, or what you imagine being deep underground would have felt like. And in this dim light, almost caught in, we'll say, the headlights of your golf cart as it just buzzes along, you see an extremely rare sight of a small herd of luminous stags sort of moving through the corridors very silently. These sleek, dark forms with softly glowing spiral horns and dappled in these bioluminescent spots just sort of catch your eye for a moment before they just melt into the shadows, completely silent.
They don't even have wings. The restaurant lied to us.
There are
You're on something.
on your own station, you have seen signs of unrest, signs of rebellion, of what you think of as very young people movements that are like sort of optimistically hopeful in a way that doesn't make sense to you. But there are messages scrawled on old Eden Consortium propaganda that says things like, the air is free, but not here. We can't eat the light. You have arrived in this very cavernous space. What do you do? Where do you go? What do you look for? People are coming. People are coming quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I would say you can even, as you come into this space, you can see, having already come from another direction, Eden Consortium repo team members who seem to have been setting something up. You don't know what they were setting up, but they were working on something.
Would I recognize it at all as any sort of explosive situation?
That's a good question. Roll
With
for
bomb.
bombs.
Okay, great. I rolled an 8 for bombs.
Beat a 7. They're kind of around the way, but this place isn't that big. It's the small core of the station. And you can see, just as they see you see what they're setting up looks to be some sort of aerosol situation. They're intending to detonate something that will spread some sort of gas or mist through the core of this station. As you bust in, it's so unexpected. There's almost this moment of silence as both parties just stare at each other. And what is probably one of the other team leads goes, excuse me, who are you lost?
Yes,
you should have been evacuated weeks
lost,
ago.
Actually. You are? Who are you?
I'm still driving. I'm driving towards them as this is happening.
Yeah.
I'm Juno Ashwood. I'm a team lead on this repo mission. Why are you...
Oh, a team lead? Driving. That sounds very impressive.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry. I'm still driving.
Miss, you have to stop driving.
It's not enough to hurt them, presumably, but I do want to disrupt, if I can, whatever they're setting up.
Taking slow motion, sort of crushing the... moving through them, sort of pushing them aside.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I really shouldn't be driving.
This guy is going to attempt to reach in and turn off the golf cart.
Back.
Yeah.
Roll for violence. Can I also roll for machines to keep my control of the
Yes, you can.
Oh no, I only rolled a 4.
Oh.
I rolled a 6 total for machines.
So you both fail, because I rolled really high.
Woof.
No, okay, it's okay. Just racking up my XP.
I see. He is able to reach in and just turn the keys and take them out, avoiding your handbag and wrestling it away from you, maybe.
Not that hard.
He gets on the radio. We have a situation.
Oh, give me that. Enough with these radios.
My God. Roll for. What do you want this skill to be?
Snatching.
Yeah.
Roll for snatching.
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume I take a -1 to this because it's a physical roll.
It's a physical
so it's a total of 0.
No. Oh, well, his 3 beat you. He's just going to bat your hand away gently. He's trying because he thinks you're just confused old women who got left behind somehow.
Also, while Maisie was driving us here, could I is the core visible? Is it shielded behind something? Is there an entrance? Is it just there, just spewing radiation out?
So there is a sort of, imagine it like a straw that runs through the center of the station that is just unshielded. So the station is almost like a really weird donut in that the center is hollow, literally to allow the collection of radiation. And it is choked. Okay. This thing is covered in this rust red algae. You're not able to bat the radio away.
I would like to try to lie.
Elderly civilians who have not been evacuated. Should I hold off on the fumigation? What is
obviously?
Can I Can I roll to lie? To compel and just say my granddaughters and my daughter are still on near Port B. It's we didn't get the message. We're homebodies, but you really can't do anything that's going to endanger my grandbabies.
Why didn't you evacuate? We emptied this station weeks ago.
Oh, should I roll?
How are you here? Yeah, roll. Roll
what I'd love to happen, is for them to, I don't know, even just delay to further buy us a little more time.
3. 6. Ma'am, I
can
think
I
you might
use-
be confused. Are you feeling all right? Why don't you sit down?
We are
I
sitting.
am sitting down. Don't patronize me.
Yeah, we're old,
All
not
right.
stupid.
Well,
Um,
you're on a derelict station that's about to crash into the Luminous.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so
Let's just get you out of here. Let's follow me. Let's go.
Who else is
No,
here?
thank you.
It's him and like five
Like
other
five
people.
others
Okay.
who are all just
they
standing there,
still-
like waiting to be
Okay.
told to do something.
We're just hanging out. Great.
Mm-hmm. Great. I'm gonna try to taser this guy
Oh yeah.
because I have the taser.
Roll for taser.
3.
This is so
Oh.
unexpected. I'm literally gonna roll 1 dice. 3.
Okay, so it works. Why does it keep working and failing for me? Oh.
Because that's narratively juicy.
Okay.
You taser him, and he
Yeah.
being tasered sucks. So he's gonna drop. He's not unconscious, but
Yeah.
he's very stunned. Probably peed himself a
Mhm.
little bit.
Ha.
But everyone saw you do it, and now
Yeah.
there are 5 people ready to like wrestle an old lady because they
Sure.
think you're like senile and hurting people.
Yeah.
Can I try to snatch the keys back?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's not
I
even
don't
hard.
think-
I'm rolling 1 dice. It's a 1,
Okay.
so
6.
Yes.
it's reversed again. Everything's working. Everything's working.
I'll take
Can I
snatch
ask-
too if I can.
Yes.
Yeah, do it. What are we calling it?
I like snatch.
Snatch.
Yeah.
Snatch 2.
I would like to resume trying to drive the golf cart into whatever setting up.
Just
is
grab the
happening.
keys, jam it back in, and start driving.
That's right.
And
Okay.
yeah. And as
Um,
we're driving,
my
are they like
back.
running at us?
They're attempting to figure out what to do. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, they are. All 5 of these bodies are trying to stop all of you, but frankly, this
Yeah.
has all happened really quickly. So I'm not going to give them each rolls or anything.
Okay.
This is going to be. Where are you going? Like, where are you trying to drive to? What's happening?
Solid
So-
question.
I'm assuming that they were getting ready for whatever they were
Mhm.
going to do, which
like
presumably
they
has
just
some sort of
started
mechanical. Okay, so I'm just going to try to diffuse the stuff they were unpacking. Just
Yeah.
spread it
Okay.
across the floor.
So you're
Just-
just driving across some tech in the hopes that you.
I'm just
break
driving
it.
across some tech in the hopes I break it or just, delay it, obviously. With the damage that
Roll
this
for
could do is
smash?
questionable. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll for smash.
Okay.
How
Oh,
hard
can
is
I do this
test?
under machines?
Yeah, 100%.
You know where to run them over.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
6 to
Uh-oh. Didn't beat an 8. So I'm gonna say it's not that you don't hit, I mean it's there. But you're pretty sure not enough stuff broke to actually stop them from fumigating the station.
But did I get us a couple of minutes, or is it just a total?
You caused some problems, 100%.
Okay,
You rolled over it with a golf cart. There's no
Hey.
way in which it doesn't cause an issue.
Great.
One of the rebuild team members seems to be running away. You don't know what for. Maybe he's going to see where the backup is, or what's going on. But you're down to one piss pants baby on the floor, one running away, and 3 attempting to stop this fairly slow-moving yet surprisingly destructive golf cart with little old women in it.
Yeah.
One of them keeps playing chicken with it, where he thinks it's going to be like big and tough and like jump, but then he gets scared and like.
Yeah.
One of them is trying to talk to you into it, being like, I realize I don't know what you're thinking right now, but I'm pretty sure you're not thinking clearly. This isn't real. You can stop driving. Like, he thinks whoever's driving has had some sort of psychosis episode. Like,
This is all too real.
Yeah.
Tell me, Edith.
I'm gonna try to hop off
Uh-huh.
of the
Sure.
golf cart.
Uh-huh.
Not fast. You can do that.
And I'm going to. I'm just gonna face them, and attempt to make a case and just say, you boys should be ashamed. They're all boys, right?
They are.
You boys should be ashamed of yourselves. Do you even know what you're doing right now?
Ma'am, do
Do
you
they
know what you're doing? Do you want to roll for demoralizing?
Can't say that I do. However,
It's good. You're humanizing yourself.
okay, I got 7.
Hold on. Let me get a dice. They only rolled a 3.
Damn.
Okay. I'll tell you the truth. I was not on board when they said I should come on this trip. But you know what? I came to teach my grandson a lesson, and I believe that I have. Have you talked to your grandmother recently? Have you?
Define
called her?
recently. Called? Ooh, we don't do
visited?
that.
Have you visited? Have you come to
On
call
her
upon your
birthday?
grandmother? On her. And how long ago was that?
Well, I think it's in April or something.
Oh, you don't even know.
Okay. Ma'am, if I promise to visit my grandmother, will you stop whatever you're doing?
No, because that's not the point either.
What's the point? I'm confused.
Have they all stopped moving?
Yeah, they don't know what to do. They didn't sign up for this. This is wild.
While whatever is going to happen is happening, I just want to be, I'm going to also hop out to just gather more moss. Get as much as I can.
Good. Where are you putting it?
In my pockets, in my box of tools, in my, old lady bra, under my pit,
nature's
under
pocket,
my
shoulder pads.
Hat.
Can I get Bradwick on the line?
No, say it's buttoned up. What are you doing?
I feel like that's the wrong move. This is my job.
Okay.
You hear a feminine voice come in the line. Bradwick is unavailable. We need to get out. We need to move things along. Just hit the button. Hit the timer. Let's get out of here. Set the 30 minutes. Let's get off this station. Look, I am so confused.
Okay.
Can I stealthily, I guess, be winding one of my watches, and also pulling the pin on not pulling the pin, but like setting a timed cherry bomb, essentially, a really small, my smallest controlled explosive bomb, and set a 4-minute timer on one of my watches.
Roll for stealth.
Okay.
I think you have stealth too, don't you?
I've got stealth too.
And he is paying attention to all of you, so
I'm kind of still in the cart, kind of behind Edith. Ooh, that's a 10.
He only got 8, so
I wish I had enough XP to blow this up, but I don't. Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He does not notice you setting a bomb.
Just it's small. It's a cherry bomb.
Sure. Or
it's
winding
cherry
a
tomato.
watch.
Also discreet. I don't even have to look. I know which one it is, and I know how many clicks 4 minutes is. And I'm just ever so naturally sidling closer to the fumigation device. I would like to, as I'm kneeling by this fumigation device, slap the bomb onto as far from the aerosol as possible. And if there's a canister or something, I would like to try to disengage it under the pretense of being what's the gas that you guys are using, and what is let me look at the nozzle, and oh, that's not a really efficient way to actually spread the gas around. You would need to make these modifications and all that kind of stuff.
Do you have an existing skill you would like to try to use?
Bombs.
That's totally fine. Roll
Great.
for bombs.
Great. 9.
I rolled 2 ones.
Great.
Yeah, no XP for you.
No. Great.
Yeah. It is
Excellent
not
work.
that hard to remove the canisters of gas from the
Mhm.
distribution system, which is
Great.
basically a big bomb.
Great. Yeah. So I take those out and I put my bomb in the bigger bomb and I go, why don't we all go to the seed bank and just look at what's in there? Come on, Juno. And I'll lead him by the arm.
We drive over quickly.
If anybody
Yeah.
asks, I'm your prisoner. You forced me into this. And he's just kind of standing there, like he doesn't know what to do. He seems like the type of guy who's going to go for whatever is going to like be more beneficial to him in the moment. And at the moment, no one else is here, and he doesn't really want to fight 3 old ladies. And they said a bunch of stuff about like the algae being worth a lot of money, and he's thinking maybe he can get the patent first, and then like in a consortium would like I don't know, buy it from him or make him CEO or something, you know. So
Sure. Open the door. Open the door, Juno.
All right. He opens the door.
Hey,
And
wow, we should have done this at the start.
yeah,
What do we see?
there are crates and crates, like flip top, sort of almost plastic-like crates, marked with various breeds of air plants.
Can
right,
I
load
try to
'em up.
suss out do we have space for all of them? Can I try to suss out like which ones are the most novel and worth having?
Yeah, roll for plants.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, snake eyes for me.
Okay, well, I need
XP.
to roll against you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not enough. Most of these are scientific names you've never heard before. You're more familiar with like household names. Your best guess is there are some that sound more familiar than others, so you can either take the ones you think you recognize or take the ones you don't recognize in hopes that those are more rare or older or heritage plants or something.
I will go with that.
Okay.
These ones aren't ringing any bells, so let's start there.
Great.
Yeah, I'd say you could load up the back of the golf cart and you've probably taken half of what's in this storage unit.
It's pretty good.
At this moment, there's a like, but small, from outside the seed bank.
What just happened?
As my watch beeps, the cherry bomb. went
Uh-huh.
off.
Oh, did you blow up the... Nice.
Yeah.
There have been rolls for this already, so we're going to say it just works. Great. The fumigation distribution system has been shut down. It is around this moment that you feel a pretty heavy jolt in the station, almost like the whole thing turned sideways kind of suddenly.
Oh, this is actually falling into the into the Luminexus.
It's not supposed to be. That's just the story we said to... I mean, only the repo team knows. What do you think is happening?
I'm going. I'm driving us out while this is happening.
Let's load up.
As you are loading these seeds into the back of your golf cart, your souped up golf cart, and the what did I call him? Juno. Juno is just kind of standing there, deeply unsure. This is so far above his pay grade. They did not say there was a chance of some sort of coup when he was told to go get some plants off a station, and that is when you feel the significant jolt in the station where everything almost shakes for a second.
Warning. Orbital stabilizer deactivated. Proceed to the nearest air dock and follow the directions of your trusted Eden Consortium representative.
That same soothing voice begins to echo throughout what's probably the entire station. That it's time to evacuate. It's time to go. And then another voice comes over that you recognize, although sounding a bit groggy and harried. All Eden Consortium employees, just go. Let's just go. Get off the station. We're going to Plan B. We're crashing the thing. Just, let's go. If you see like an old woman with a silver purse, can you bring her with you? Just, please don't leave the old woman with the silver purse on the station as it crashes into the sun. Just get to the ship. Let's go. And...
Wow, sounds like he actually maybe loves you, Edith.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Plan B. We hadn't considered that they had a plan B.
To
We gotta get
crash
off
the
this
whole
ship.
thing? Let's go!
Right. Maisie, you got the keys? Yeah.
Oh, we're going. I'm
Juno, do you know how to get out of here?
We know how to get out of here.
Our trusted Eden Consortium representative?
Yes.
Warning. Orbital stabilizer deactivated. Structural failure in 12 minutes. Proceed to the nearest air dock and follow the directions of your trusted Eden Consortium representative.
That's you, Juno. How do we do that?
Wow, they tell me nothing. Did you know I was a team lead?
You did say that.
I guess let's go. You know what? You're the one with the silver purse. It seems important that you not die for some reason. So, let's go?
What's the rest of that sentence, Juno? Yeah.
Juno, we're not waiting for your permission. Are you getting in or are you staying out?
You know what? I'm just gonna pretend none of this happened. The rest of you could do whatever you want. I never saw you. I never met you. He's surreptitiously putting algae in his pockets.
Give me a handful of that.
You have a ship, right? You have so much. Also, I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't take any specifically. Just give me some.
Are you coming in the golf cart, Juno?
No, I am walking. I am walking to my own ship because we never met. And he slaps some algae in your hand, even though you're surrounded by it, by the way.
I grab him by the hand when he slaps me. And I pull him in real close and I go, "Don't fuck us, Juno. We know what you look like. And we got ways. Don't fuck us."
I know what you look... Okay.
You didn't meet us.
Yeah, but we're old. We're old. We got nothing to lose, Juno. You understand?
I'm getting that vibe, yeah.
Great.
I want to go
for the
home.
algae. And I give him his hand back.
I hate this job. He just leaves.
We
keep
peel
out
out
this person.
We peel out. We leave them in our dust.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's the plan. No
Yeah, we're
problem.
driving.
Warning. Orbital stabilizer deactivated. Structural failure in 6 minutes. Proceed to the nearest air dock and follow the directions of your trusted Eden Consortium representative.
Are we close? How are we tracking?
I'd say you're pulling up to the dock, and it does look like, well, they came from the same direction. The Eden Consortium repo team seems to have used some sort of cargo dock. So they're not immediately on top of you, but you doubt you have much time.
All right.
Just drive straight into the door. Just drive straight through the door.
It just works. I'm allowing this. You drive down. The dock space things are like airplane dock situations. So it's like the
like
shroomp comes out, like a big elephant nose. And you're just zipping down this thing that was not built to hold a futuristic golf cart, but it's happening.
We're going so fast, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Exactly. You basically crash into your ship. You're inside. Okay. You can close the door. You have a golf cart now.
It's in the ship too?
Seems to be.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
With little trouble, you seal the doors, detach from the docking station, and pull away. However, As you merge easily onto the superhighway that would slingshot you back towards Mossgrave, you immediately notice the 2 Eden Consortium repo ships falling in behind you. And then the highway itself screeches to a halt as they have deployed some sort of emergency system that basically turns off that sort of slingshot feature. You're gonna have to drive manual.
Oh yeah.
All the other vehicles that were on this highway have become obstacles, as the rest of them, a lot of these younger people have never driven stick and they just don't know how. And
Amazing.
If you can't drive stick, you can't even drive. These kids.
They're taking all the fun out of it. I can't drive stick.
Me neither.
So this is just a straight up race. It's going to be you versus them over and over. Some obstacles are going to come up. They might try some stuff. You're welcome and encouraged to get creative. We're just going to see how this goes.
No problem.
Problem number 1, switch to manual and start navigating around all the... It's not packed of where you are. There wasn't much of a traffic jam, but, you know, it's basically a road. So can you navigate around these other ships that have come to a halt? Okay.
9.
7. So you, with surprising dexterity, kick it into gear and start to glide gracefully around these other ships. We're gonna roll.
Mills,
Is anyone else doing anything to support during this time?
I was gonna say, Mills, do you think you can give us some kind of booster? We've got quite a bit of oxygenating LG. I don't want to burn it all, but maybe there's something you can do to give us a bit of a thrust.
I'm sorry. Are you asking for a little bit? What the fuck is it called? You want to get fast and furious? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'd say I want to get too fast, a little too furious.
All right, I was gonna try to pop some little bombs at the guys following us, but here, Edith, you can have those. And I like.
Thanks. It's violent.
Yeah. Can I, in the back of the van, I guess where the spaceship exhaust pipe would be, start trying to like jerry rig some like nitroglycerin, which I maybe said that I got. I think actually at the top I said that I got some nitroglycerin.
Nitroglycerin.
Yeah. A little bit of the algae because it's just giving off oxygen. Like, I don't know, stuffing it all into this situation and like waiting for the go ahead to like light it with. I have a gas lighter. And I'm just going to hold, like a blowtorch, kind of like a really small blowtorch, just hold it and do like a, what are they? The like, one of the shells in Mario Kart that like gets you to zoom for a second. Yeah.
Nice.
So like as quickly as I can make it, like repack it, and it just like boosts us for a second, and then the mushroom in Mario Kart. Let's go, baby. 2 6s. Here we go. Oh, a 6 and a 5. Turbo boost. Can I just
turbo?
Love that. Turbo boost 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
You did it.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's
this
exciting.
new algae is incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
As like
you're
my
really
face
surprised
is,
how it goes like it's
yeah. My goggles are down and like my whole face
flammable.
is sooty. Yeah. My whole face is like immediately covered in soot.
The eyebrows gone.
Yeah. Barely had any to begin with.
Okay, we are going to toss it to the repo team and see how they're doing back there. They do have 2 ships trailing you. First, we're just going to roll to see if any of them know how to drive stick, if they thought this through.
They're children. What do they know?
Okay, that's versus myself. I rolled a 2 and a 1, and then to oppose them, I rolled a 2 and a 1. So
So
Oh
they
my
know.
god. So they do,
I'm gonna
but
say
they suck?
one of them seems to be doing okay, has took some lessons or something, and the other you can smell the gears burning. Like they don't know what they're doing.
Yep.
Just
It's not
stalling.
that they're not moving; it's that they are falling behind.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one who's driving well
Cool. You are-
probably calls his grandmother.
It's true.
I think you're right.
It's probably who taught him. You are
Yeah.
starting to pull ahead from one of them.
Yeah.
Next go round, let's start with Maisie, just to see what sort of progress you make with the driving.
Okay.
What skill is this?
Machines. 7.
11. I'm gonna say you haven't done this in a while, and you're just not going that fast. Your reflexes aren't what they used to be, and you're being quite careful in navigating around all of these stalled vehicles that their drivers seem confused and upset. They assume there's been some sort of emergency, so you're just having a hard time. You're running up into some essentially roadblocks, and it's slowing you down a little bit.
Maisie! There's gears above second!
I'm on the horn.
There's more gears!
It wouldn't be right to get Lex in trouble if we totaled the van.
Edith, you can see a repo vehicle starting to pull up behind you. Do you want to do anything about that?
So I'm guessing you can't like roll the windows down on a spaceship.
In space.
There are ways like you could open something, put it in, close it, and then open the other side. Like there is like an airlock situation.
Get it? I was also thinking if we could fashion something kind of like Mad Max, like spikes going on the outside.
Yeah.
as they come up next to us.
Yeah. I would let
Yeah.
you. That seems like
was-
violence to me.
I was gonna see if I could like take something off of one of the crates, maybe of seeds or something, and just kind of sharpen it real quick and shove it out in a way that
Sure.
doesn't compromise our air supply.
100%. Why not? Roll for violence.
We got this red algae. We got
I
oxygen.
only
for
rolled
days.
5.
Doesn't beat a 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna say you do it, but you're not sure how helpful it's gonna be because it's just a metal arm sticking out of your thing.
Makes
It's
me
maybe not
feel
gonna do what you were hoping it would do.
I think it's an aesthetic improvement.
Thank you.
Oh, for sure.
That one repo vehicle, we're gonna see how they're doing back there. That's a 1 and a 6. We'll roll to oppose. 1 and a 4. They're killing it. They are closing the distance. I'd say one more success and they are going to overtake you and get in front of you,
Are they coming up
Um,
like right behind us?
right behind you.
Okay, it's the time. So in this like jerry-rigged tube for my turbo boost, I'm gonna twist the wick out a little bit, or like add a little bit of extra wick to the dynamite. I'm sticking the dynamite in there and I'm shoving it all out the exhaust pipe. So it's on a little delay, so it'll explode when it hits them.
Love
Yeah.
it. Very as soon as it exits the ship, it's going to slow. It's just going to hang in space.
Mhm.
So
Mm-hmm.
they're going to drive right into it.
Yeah.
Love it. Let's see if you can time this right and what kind of
Yeah.
damage you can do. So let's roll for
Okay.
bombs, or I guess this isn't really
My turbo boost?
If
No, it's not.
is your goal destruction or is your goal making you go faster?
Destruction.
Okay, roll for bombs.
Unfortunately, yeah. An 8 total.
10. Sorry.
What?
This is
They're pros.
Damn it.
I know.
My nitroglycerin. Shit.
So basically, I'm going to say it goes off a little, like a split second too soon, so that they might feel a little bump, but it doesn't really damage them, and it doesn't really stop or slow them. Anything else before they take another turn?
Do I just get another drive check?
Yeah.
I don't think I did one this round.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Can you do some fancy maneuvering? Like maybe just drop straight down and try to get behind them?
Ooh.
I'm not sure why, but then maybe you could put the metal spike out the front, Edith, and then we can stab them in the butt of the car.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe. I mean, I think it's going to be I think it'd be the same
Any
skill,
other
but
ideas
for
are
our
also
planning,
welcome.
could be. Yeah. I like drop low and try to like eke out another path. Just
What
off
if can
the
we go the
highway.
other way? Yeah. Can we just
if
go
we're
the
going
other way?
manual anyway.
You
Yeah,
are
how about
driving
that?
manual. It's going to be slightly more difficult to drive off of the highway, but there's kind of nothing to stop you. It's not like there's road pylons, you know? Like, it's space.
Drive to space.
All right. Time for off-roading. Okay, so I'm gonna use my machine. My machines too. 10.
I got a 6 total.
Nice.
You peel off the highway. There's a bit of a bump, as you know, there's some sort of bumper to try to, in an emergency, stop cars from going where they're not supposed to, but cars, wow. You're off-roading it. You're in free space. There is nothing to guide this vehicle except you manually driving it where you want it to go.
This is just
We're
how it
free.
should be. Woman in a
Yeah.
ride. Hold on, girls.
Okay.
And we're just
So
going.
where are you headed right now? Like, you have a bunch of algae. You have a bunch of tech and plants. In what is
nearest
really a
station.
stolen vehicle, you're being chased by the only sort of power in Luminexus. Like, you're basically your corporate government.
Is there a station that's the most anti-Eden right now? Where's like the hotbed of activity where we'd be the most able to rally people upon a quick
You've
arrival?
heard rumors. You've heard rumors about something called the Feral Verdants,
Which is
Sick.
which is one of those young people movements you never put much stock in because they don't know shit about the world. They don't know shit about the stations. But you've heard it's a growing movement, especially on Iron Route Station, which is not that far away. Especially if you're off-roading, you can kind of just go straight there. Like, not that hard.
Yep.
They hang out near the core of their station. If there's a creative way you want to get your vehicle to the core, not to put ideas in your head.
Yeah. Can we
well,
just go
do
in it?
whatever.
Can we just go?
I kind of can't
up
think of
it?
a reason not to. So
Through the donut hole.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Damn.
just
We're gonna
put some of that algae. Oh my god, that's what we should do. We should just fly through all
drive
the
by.
cores and drive by the lichen into the core.
Oh,
Every space
that's
station.
such a good idea. Yeah. Okay.
Let's do that.
Drive-by lichen bombing.
Yeah. I wanted to make a bomb out of them anyway.
You are still being trailed. I'm gonna roll to see whether.
But we did a
one or
sick
both or
maneuver.
Any. Where I'm gonna roll to see if either of the. Because you succeeded, actually, I'm gonna say one of the repo ships, the one that doesn't seem to know how to drive stick, it just cannot get off the highway. Just can't. There's no way that's happening. But the other is possible. So we're just gonna see.
Yeah.
That's a 4. Does someone want to roll in opposition? So I'm not just rolling against myself. Someone roll 1d6.
Do it.
Go for it.
All right. 6.
Yeah. Suck
They
it.
try to get off the highway
Children.
and they get a little bit stuck. However,
They get off
I
and
had
then
a
just
cool
stop.
maneuver planned and I'm not going to waste it. So, as this is happening, the last thing they do is deploy. Oh God, where am I in this outline? Graviton snares. They shoot from their ship a couple of almost like spinning circular objects that almost seem to latch onto your ship and are intended to slow you down. We're gonna see if they can hit you, how good their aim is. I got a 5 total. Will someone please roll 2d6?
Does the giant metal rod
Do it,
help us?
Anastasia.
I'll do it.
Yeah, just a giant metal rod help us at all?
Oh,
Maybe,
I only
we'll
rolled
see.
a 4
Total?
total.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
3 to
they
1.
do land on you.
Ugh.
And man, that sucks for you.
Hold on. Can I, seeing these things coming at us, can I try to, through our airlock, send just a handful of the lichen? Because here's what I'm thinking. Space, it's all radiation, right? Plants don't grow instantly, but I'm thinking it will like bloom and like kind of net the thing. So it might not stop it, but it will create a buffer so that if the thing hits us, it like the lichen is sandwiched in between us and it'll just fall off.
That's
Muffle-esque.
a really
Muffle!
cool idea.
Muffle!
Roll for muffle.
Yeah. 9 total.
I got 8 total.
Oh! Muffle 2 comes in.
Dora's trend of succeeding by 1 or 0 continues.
Incredible.
Man, you've created some cinematic moments. That is so cool. Let's talk through this for a moment. You release this algae into space. It will eventually freeze and suffocate, but for a few moments, all it's doing is unfurling in this uncontrolled space and reaching out and absorbing as much radiation as it can. And in that moment, it perfectly buffers between your ship and these graviton snares, preventing them from
Incredible.
successfully latching onto your ship. I'm even gonna say, because it worked and I like it, that lichen is so hungry for radiation, and radiation being the primary power source of this world, it's going to begin to soak the power out of these graviton snares, and they just hang in space.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sick.
Science
have
is
little
really
space
questionable on
balloons.
that one.
Your world.
Yeah.
No science.
I can do what I want. I do what I want.
Yeah.
We're on Rainbow Road right now. I do what I want.
Yes. Sick. Floor it!
Yeah.
Floor it, Maisie!
I'm flooring it.
Should we investigate this data that's in the CD player? And I pressed pause as soon as I put it in.
Ooh, it's a good idea.
Yeah, you've got like 3 minutes until you get to Iron Ridge, so if you want to listen to something, you throw on a CD, sure.
Yeah.
Is there some? Can we do something to see if if there's a way to plug anything into the computer that is?
Oh, it has to have a
Your
USB.
ship would have your ship would have
has
like
a USB
displays
drive.
that you could just plug it into. Yeah, it's all on thumb drives, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
we'll plug in whichever one, doesn't matter.
What you get immediately is that it's an incredible amount of data. If each of these drives holds this much data, it's a lot of IP. It's a lot of stuff that only Eden Consortium is supposed to know. A lot of stuff about tech. It looks like the next several generations of tech have been planned out in a way that will make them the most money to like roll out one little improvement at a time. So you have to buy a new device each time. There's talk of various programs they can build in to make it stop working after a certain amount of time.
Of course.
And that's just on the tech side.
We're listening at like 8x
on,
speed.
Yeah. A lot of it, you're just flipping through. There's a lot of information on plants, on the genetic development of the plants, and how they've actually had a very hard time. Eden Consortium plants aren't supposed to produce seeds. They aren't supposed to produce what with this type of plant is called pups, where they put off a new little sprout that you can clip and create a new one. They aren't supposed to do that. It's been really, really hard they'll genetically modify the plant. They think they've got it. Everything's just a clone of itself. They keep a careful number of propagated plants that do produce pups so that they can create new plants. But every few generations, life finds a way and it just starts reproducing again. Which you'll remember, that station had only been abandoned for a few weeks and the plants were kind of overgrown. They are intentionally hindering the growth of plants. They are not helping the growth of plants.
Right.
It's a lot of information, and there are entire reports on this algae situation, on how incredibly damaging it would be to their bottom line if people stopped buying grow lights. If you removed that part of the process, if people knew there's an algae that could just grow wild in the core of their station that just produces insane amounts of oxygen, they would be destroyed. And you have all of that. You have all of that on a bunch of thumb drives. In a minivan, off-roading. Should anyone flick on the radio, they might hear a sort of
APB
police bulletin.
Right.
With some very familiar descriptions of your vehicle and persons. And a claim that you are deeply unwell and have some sort of radiation poisoning that's affecting your brain, so nothing you say should be believed.
Are we gonna have to pass by a bunch of stations to get to Iron Root? Or
I'd say you could go slightly out of your way to hit one or two, or you can go in a straight shot to Iron Root.
And that would make us avoid other stations, or it would put us kind of in range or contact of them?
There is no other station directly between you and Iron Root.
Oh, sick.
But it would not be difficult. Okay.
Right?
You're going to Iron Root. It's I mean, space travel is pretty fast. You just go there. You're just there now. You're flying up to the station. You attempt to maneuver down this sort of straw down the middle of the...
Yeah, I think we should go from the bottom up and just out and keep going.
Great. Yeah. Maisie. All right, roll something.
6 total.
This is a tricky move. 6 total. 2 and a 4. So, I'm going to say you do maneuver into the core of this station, but you don't make it all the way through. You're going to get about midway, and it's just not built for vehicles to be flying through it. Fair enough.
Yeah,
so
that's valid.
You can either basically crash, or you can make a turn and try to weasel your way into one of these ports that was not built for you to dock, but the robots come in and out of this thing. So there must be some sort of airlock situation that you might be able to use.
Right. Well, certainly
let's do that one.
Let's aim for that. Yes.
Yeah, but we have been disseminating a little bit of lichen within the core.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that.
I think that's the goal of going through the core, right? Is to
Yeah. Yeah, just to say it.
I'd even say there are a couple of these stations, the outside of them, it's not uncommon to see almost these spider-like repair robots scuttling over it. You could throw some algae on one or two of those as you fly by and hope that they distribute.
Yes.
Yeah. Our little bees.
Nice.
Little bee bots.
6 total again. 5.
10 total.
Whoa.
Look, eventually it's just gonna happen. You just crash. You crash, but you crash into an airlock. You're not in yet.
Yeah.
But you've crashed in a place that is accessible that someone can come rescue you.
Okay. I finally have enough XP. Now it's time for a twist. Okay.
Oh, do it.
Yes.
Okay. We flash back and we see Gloria, our friend, telling us about, individually about this mission. And Gloria also drops the bomb that she is a member of the Feral Verdants. And he's working with these kooky kids for what they're working on.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And she is, her name will open doors for us should we complete this heist.
That's so good.
There is a screech of metal as your poor little minivan grinds to a halt across the floor of this robot dock. Sensing life within your vehicle, the station does what it is programmed to do and automatically seals the doors to create an airlock for you so that you are no longer in space. And in this silence, as the sort of dust settles, one of you probably got a little banged up. You might have hit your head, but you're okay.
Mm-hmm.
The door of your minivan slides open, and there's Gloria. Took you long enough. You got the goods? Twist, Gloria!
Yeah, we got the goods. We got a lot of goods.
I really smoked my head just then.
You are all over the airwaves. Okay, let's go. We gotta ditch this shit.
Yeah, we were not just great.
Yeah. I picked up on that. I thought
was
maybe I
part of
should
the
go
mission.
with you, but
Wait,
you're right.
So you're
It
not
is
on a
my bad.
Rumspringa.
Who says this isn't a Rumspringa?
There.
All right.
Seems like you're having fun.
Yeah.
Seems like you're sowing your wild oats. Let's go.
Various people who, rather than the more polished look of most of the people who live in Luminexus, a little more punk. It looks like they've made a lot of their own stuff start showing up. Some of them even have what look like reclaimed plants growing, like worked into their clothing, growing up an arm, sort of proudly displaying what is illegal. It's illegal to grow your own plants. And
Hell
start showing up without even, they're not questioning you. They heard the radio thing and they were like, well, that's bullshit. And they are here to hide these goods. You start passing out these, what do you do? What would be what you would do with especially the plants you have, the tech you have, the algae, the data you have? Who do you give this to? What do you do?
Well, Gloria, I think we gotta have a conversation, but we got enough evidence here to, I don't know, bring our entire society crashing to a halt. So.
Oh, good. I was worried I was too old to start a revolution.
No. They always say the revolution will be started by 4 old women.
Nobody else is getting it done.
Exactly.
As you're doing this, you do see a younger person sort of reach into the vehicle, set something to automatic, and it just starts backing out into space. It's
Great.
gone now.
Yeah.
It served
Don't
us
worry
well.
about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do something real nice to Lex, though.
Poor Lex.
Oh, poor Lex. We'll give them some lichen. It'll be fine.
Lex will be fine.
Yeah. They'll-
It's algae. Gloria's like, it's
I don't know the
algae,
difference.
actually.
I don't
It's
know the difference.
like a micro. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I don't know why I brought it
Correct.
up.
Is there someone there
So-
that like we can give the data to so it can be like quickly disseminated among
Find somebody
the
with big old
organization?
glasses.
Yeah.
An upsettingly young
know.
child. An upsettingly, probably an 11-year-old little girl pops up and goes, "Did you say you have? I'm kind of the techie. Can I?" She just takes it from you.
Of course you are.
Sits down cross-legged on the floor where she is, sort of pulls out almost like tablet device and starts plugging things in. So you just want it everywhere, right? Like you just want it everywhere?
Yeah.
That would be great.
That would be
Okay.
the best, I think. Wait, so what are you
Uh,
doing? You're clicking and you're
Kids are
where's
always
the
on their
mouth?
tablets.
So this is called an email, and
Oh.
I'm attaching
Is that
these
like regular
files-
mail?
Yes. So first I'm going to zip these
Space
files
mail.
because they're the largest files I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm just sending all of them. I'm just
Some
sending
drives
all
are
of them
pretty
to
small.
everyone. Yeah, okay. Um,
When you get
Thanks,
to our
Kyle.
age, you'll see petabytes and terabytes. A byte's gonna blow your mind, little one.
and
Yeah,
as
what's
you
your
all
name,
sort
Techie?
God damn it.
There's three.
Hold on. My document won't load. Hi, my name's Kai Vega.
You're
Cool name,
going
Kai.
places, Kai. Yeah,
Thanks.
you're going places.
Much better than Bradwick.
Is that a bomb?
Yeah, it is. And
Can
I open my
Ooh,
vest.
I'll show you how to send an email if you show me how to make a bomb.
Oh, deal.
As the three of you settle into this, it isn't long before someone has clicked on a radio, because there are still radios, and these stories begin to change, and there's breaking news of a variety. Statements from Eden Consortium come out pretty quickly. They are kind of obviously untrue. And then we sort of go into a montage of a couple days, maybe a couple weeks. You don't know what exactly is going to happen, but this is not a genie that goes back in its bottle, and things are changing pretty quickly and dramatically. It may not be all peaceful or all easy, but things look very different within a couple weeks. So I would like to now move into our sort of end game montage. Do any of you do anything specific with any of what you reclaimed? Do you contact anyone? Do you make any deals? Do you talk to your family? Like, what do the next couple weeks look like for you? As Eden Consortium has claimed to never hear of you. They claim they never met you and that you don't exist and that you were never on that station, and they don't know what you're talking about. So it seems you're not in trouble just because they can't admit any of that happened.
Nice.
I think I'd like to just full-time relocate to Iron Root, so pack up all my supplies, my kit, pack up Ruby, and go and actually learn from people who are doing jailbreaking and all of these repairs and this cool work, and be very excited that even at my advanced stage, there's a new world of stuff to learn and things to do. And I think the camera would see that, having gone to the old old station where the design was different and it was colorful and was more organic, that's actually that's kind of how Ruby looks. She never really had a reference point for contemporary design, but was this older world of Eden. So I think that's what all Maisie's gonna do.
And they're very happy to have you because you've been doing this for quite a while. It's a lot of young people here who maybe don't have the sort of bank of life experience and knowledge that you do. And so you maybe know some stuff about jailbreaking and plant propagation that just isn't in books anymore, isn't taught anywhere. So you're
It's
pretty
all
valuable
up
person, and
here.
we're very happy to have you. Anybody else? What are the rest of you up to?
I think that Edith would need to find out what happened to Bradwick. And potentially extend a sort of olive branch to see if maybe he would be agreeable to sort of repair this relationship if he is open to change, and if not, then screw him. But the attempt is made.
So you sort of reach out through a couple of different avenues to try to get a hold of Bradwick. Maybe you speak to his parent or something, and he calls you back really, really quickly and almost crying in the phone says, "I thought you were dead! I thought I killed you! I thought I killed my grandma!"
I gotta say, I thought I may have killed you too. So I'm glad that neither of us.
I'm not happy about that, but I'm really glad you're not that grandma. Good grandma, they fired me. You got me fired.
I had a feeling they would do that. But I think this is an opportunity. This is a learning opportunity. Have you learned anything, Bradwick?
Yeah, they said I shouldn't have bragged about being a team lead, and that's how you found out, and that's why I got fired, because then you did a bunch of stuff, but they say you didn't. I don't know. Grandma, what am I supposed to learn?
Loose lips sink ships.
Well, that's catchy. Did you make that up yourself?
I can't say that I did, but I will happily take credit, unless we can find a source.
All right, well, can I don't know where you live now, but maybe I can visit or something.
Sure, I would like that, Bradwick. I would enjoy a visit.
All right. Mills, what's your deal?
Yeah. So I think she actually goes back to Mossgrave, wherever we're from, because her original motivation behind wanting to do this heist was because she wanted to get enough money to send her granddaughter to like a really good school in the outer part of I guess Mossgrave. But seeing as we just gave all of this information away for free, she takes up a position on Mossgrave as kind of like a liaison or something, like the point of contact with Ironroot to set up like whatever is happening with the Feral Verdants, if they're like creating political movement, stuff like that, like out of her little tinker shop. Maybe she even hires Bradwick eventually. I think it does very super well because her description was out there, and so all of the young people like start coming to her shop again to like get whatever, mostly their clocks and watches fixed. That's her whole thing, her biggest thing. And emancipates her granddaughter from her shitty daughter, sends her to school, and
I love that.
that's it. Yeah.
I'll say, through some of these newer connections you have, not only do you reopen the shop and start making a little cash, but somebody knows somebody who can actually put in a good word at a certain admissions office and get your granddaughter's name on the list for a couple of different scholarships. And
there we
schools
go.
that previously were not particularly accessible to you suddenly start to be a real possibility. And
Let's
perhaps
nepo
even
this
better,
baby.
yes, 100%. Perhaps even better, your granddaughter really likes the shop, and she kind of just really likes working with you at the shop.
Yeah.
So you start to see quite a lot of her. And
yeah, I think between her
maybe.
and Kai, Mills has softened up a little bit and like gets really into teaching people how to do stuff, and like where she didn't really like that at all before. And is entering her maternal phase as an 87-year-old.
You do have a certain style to your education.
Sure.
But it does seem to be you're finding a groove, and it does seem to be working for certain young people in certain circumstances.
Yeah. You're doing it fucking wrong. That's not it. That's not it. The glycerin goes in after the nitrous.
You hear Kai at her own workstation go, fuck! And we pan away from a now very changed Luminexus. And as we pull back to the restored superhighways with their rainbow luminescence and the ships zipping back and forth, we notice from a distance just a little bit of red tinge starting to sort of grow around the edges of a few of these stations. And
Cool.
smash cut to black.
Yeah.